Hi everyone, it's Deirdre. So I wanted to chat with you about this notion of reinvention. I've been doing a lot of work talking to communications professionals, doing research around skills and new competencies, that we have to reinvent ourselves to be the modern day communicator. And what's really important is knowing that you can't stay static with everything that's changing and looking at ourselves to say, what are the best things that we do and what can we do more of? Well, I was really happy to be introduced to a marketing expert and a branding strategist. Her name is Dorie Clark, and she takes this notion of what next? What is your next big idea to a whole new level? So her book, which is called Standout, is excellent. I just finished reading it, and one of the reasons why I love this book, it really aligns with my thinking, it's because all of us have what it takes to make that next move. We all have an idea, but sometimes it just takes understanding where's your niche and what is it that you do differently. So for example, in the book, Dorie discusses how sometimes you don't have to be the number one expert in something, but it's who you are and how you approach it, and maybe you get to where you need to be differently and you have a different story to tell. Or you might not be the best in the industry, but you could be the very best within your company and do something that your peers all need to learn about. So finding your niche and then opening it up and creating this framework so that you can roll out. And of course, you're going to use your network. It's really important. We surround ourselves with influencers and interesting people. And then even beyond that, the book talks about building your audience, spreading the word, and lastly, how you're going to have this great community. Now, throughout the chapters, and this is what I really appreciate, is that Dorie asks questions. And most books, you see questions toward the end, which there are, but there's also questions in the middle of the chapter, or maybe it's toward the end of the chapter. It's at a point where you need to step back and answer questions. And when you answer these questions, it really does propel you forward so that you can read the next chapter with more meaning and get the most out of the book. Dorie has used her own story as well as her friends who have contributed, how they've reached their next big idea. So the examples are also helpful. And I just think overall, if you are at a point where you feel it's time to reignite, you want to reinvent, and you just don't know where to turn, but you're ready for something different, then you need to read Standout. And as you can tell with all my little tabs here, I have to go back and review all of the information that I found interesting and that I want to share. So basically, I'll be reading this book again. In any case, Dorie, thank you so much for writing this book for us, and it clearly is a winner. Have a great day. Thanks.